Welcome. You're about to take a journey into Gregor Mortis's little world of horror. And here's your host, Gregor Mortis.
Hey guys and gals, Gregor Mortis back with a, we'll call it a collection, just a few movies that we've gotten. We'll do unboxing a couple boxes of movie that I got. They're only one each, nothing major, nothing huge, but just thought I'd give a little video, out there. So what we'll do without further ado is go ahead and jump right into this one. If you're new to the channel, man, welcome. Hope you'll stick around and subscribe. First title up is I had to get Nosferatu. The 2024 Robert Eggers film that I absolutely loved. I thought it was beautiful and atmospheric and whatever, but I had to pick up the 4K to this one, slipcover case, and the movie itself. I'm super excited to own this one. It's one of those movies that I just thought was amazing. It was my number 3 horror movie of the year. It was up for an Oscar nomination. Unfortunately, it didn't win anything, I don't think it did. Did it, Pearl? It didn't win anything, did it?
No, it didn't.
Yeah, unfortunately, so whatever. But here it is. So 4K, and get this out. All right, so we have the Blu-ray and the 4K here. Nothing special about the artwork, just kind of the same artwork as what you see. This does have some special features. It's got the theatrical version, but it also has the extended cut version, which I can't wait to check that out, which I will be watching really soon. It's got some deleted scenes. Nosferatu, a modern masterpiece, and feature commentary with writer-director Robert Eggers. So I'm really looking forward to getting into that one. Pearl and I will be doing that really soon. It's also available on Peacock, I believe it is. So yeah, you can check it out for free. But anyways, had to pick up that one. All right, next up here is a buy that I have been wanting forever. This is one of my all-time favorite films from the 80s, especially from the director of John Hughes. And the movie is The Breakfast Club. And this is the Criterion Blu-ray release of The Breakfast Club. Absolutely love this movie. Once again, directed by John Hughes. This had such a large cast. You had Judd Nelson. You got Emilio Estevez. You got Molly Ringwald, Anthony Michael Hall, and Ali Sheedy. And just such an amazing cast. It's fun. It's a coming-of-age type movie that I absolutely love. And then let me take the disc out and you can see the pack of them there. So inside, which I thought was awesome. The cast there. And they're just a bunch of rebels. They're on a little, what do you call it? Like suspension or whatever. So they're there for the weekend and just all heck breaks loose. And it's such a fun movie. If you've never seen it, it's got such an amazing soundtrack score. And fun movie, man. I just love this, and I had to own it. So Criterion Blu-ray release. And it also came with this book here, which is like a little, I guess, essay booklet. Got some credits and different things in here. So cool. Detention. Oh, Bender. You gotta love it, man. Such a fun movie, man. If you've not seen it, definitely check it out. All right, so the next one up here is a steelbook 4K version of one of my favorite movies from 1984, and it's Red Dawn. And I had to pick up the steelbook for this one, man. This one comes with, of course, the J card there. But I love the artwork on this steelbook. It's just so magenta and shiny, and oh my God. And then open it up here, and we got the discs inside. Some imagery from the movie itself. This movie right here, starring John Milius, directed. This one stars Patrick Swayze and C. Thomas Howell, and good Lord, how many different people in here? Jennifer Grey. God, the cast is huge. And it's basically a Midwestern town. The Russians come attacking, and these teenagers end up trying to survive, but they also try to save America, man. It's such a freaking fun movie to watch. God, man, what if in my age, I remember in school, they used to tell us, we'd have these drills where, you'd have to hide under the desks and different things like that in case of nuclear war and stuff. It's so stupid now, but anyway, so that movie right there was a good coming of age movie. Love it. 4K. Can't wait to check that one out. And that one's via Shout Factory, I think. Yeah, Shout Factory. Or it could have been actually Scream Factory anyway. Next one up here is a 4K from Severn Film, or from Shout. I'm sorry, I thought Severn. Shout. This one is 1983, I believe it is. Pretty sure it's 1983, but it's War Games. And this one right here, Matthew Broderick, also Ali Sheedy, and then you have Dabney Coleman, and just so many good cast members in this movie. And if you've not seen this one, holy crap. This is a movie where basically Matthew Broderick and Ali Sheedy, they're teenagers and they're into big games and stuff like that. And they end up hacking in somehow into the national, into the warfare computer system. And they think they're playing a game, but they're literally playing with the lives of many Americans and worldwide. So this movie, man, I've absolutely loved and enjoyed since the day one. Now I own it. And there's a special feature here I want to know about. And it's called The True Story Behind Tic-Tac-Toe. I need to know. I got to watch it. But it's War Games. Absolutely so pleased to own that one. Next one up here, we're going to open this box. This one comes from, this one's Barnes & Nobles. So what did I get from Barnes & Nobles? Let's crack open the box and see. Man, I love Barnes & Nobles now because I get with the membership, I get my points and I get discounts and all kinds of stuff. All right, so what I have here is the Blu-ray, I believe. It should be Blu-ray, yep. So this is the Blu-ray release of Twin Peaks from Z to A. So you say, what is this? This is basically everything. This has the first 2 seasons that originally ran in 1990. It has the 1992 movie, Fire Walk With Me. And then we also have season 3, technically, which is kind of like the revival, which is 2017. So this one right here has everything in it. And I cannot express how much I love Twin Peaks, but I have never finished watching it, and I have never seen Fire Walk With Me. And was talking with Justin Beam, a good friend, and I'd already picked up the season 1 and 2. I ended up taking it back because I was like, shoot, for the money, I can get it all. And so here's all the discs all in here, and was able to get it all in one set. And if you're somebody like me with a collection of movies everywhere, it's good to get something sometimes that's inside compact. So anyways, going to watch this from start to finish. We just recently lost David Lynch, and if you have not seen Twin Peaks, it is a trippy ride. It's a series where they're following the murder of a woman or a girl, and the whole series is about who was the murderer, and there's all these little twists and turns. But anyways, this is from Z to A. So this has season 1 and 2, Fire Walk With Me, as well as the 2017 all on Blu-ray. Super excited on that, thanks to Barnes & Nobles. And the last movie we have here, we'll open up. This one comes from Vinegar Syndrome. So this is a Vinegar Syndrome release. They have the cool little sticker here that says, careful physical media, whatever. So let's open this up. And this one, man, I have never seen this movie, so I'm super excited to own it. Bam. Here we go. Let's drop that off. So this, yes, this is a Vinegar Syndrome release of Cloak and Dagger 4K. This is the 4K release of Cloak and Dagger. I had never seen it. Pearl loves it, right, Pearl?
I do.
She does. I honestly don't know why I have not seen it. This is in the same era as War Games, okay? And it has Dabney Coleman in it as well, you know, from War Games, and then this one as well. So super excited to have this from Vinegar Syndrome 4K once again. And let's turn that disc around. I kind of like the disc right here. This kind of reminds me of the Capcom, if you remember the Capcom. So that's kind of cool. Let's see if they have reverse art. They do have reverse art. That's awesome. So here is the reverse, the original artwork. How cool is that? I actually really love the original artwork, man. I'm not hating on the new art. It's kind of, to me, it's just a little kind of too colorful for me, I guess, for this movie. I don't know. Maybe once we watch the movie, we'll find out. We'll see. But super excited to own this one, Pearl. I cannot wait, man, to get into it. Richard Franklin directed. Man, this has got, who is it? Thomas Howell, I think it is the star of it, I believe. But anyways, I can't wait to check it out. That one will go good with War Games. And it would actually be good if I watched maybe Cloak and Dagger, War Games, and Red Dawn all at the same time, man. Just have this like a cheesy 80s fest. So that's my 4K release of that. Super excited on it.
It's Henry Thomas.
Henry Thomas. I'm sorry, Henry Thomas. Duh. Sorry. All right, so the next couple items I'm going to show you are a couple video games I picked up from my Nintendo, and it is Castlevania on Super Nintendo. Who remembers Castlevania? I remember playing, I think it was either this one or it might have been Dracula's Curse, I believe was one of them, where you had to climb up the wall and do all these things. But found this on the cheap, so I went ahead and bought that one. And then I had to pick up Tiger Heli. Tiger Heli, what a fun Super Nintendo game here too. Yes, I still have a Super Nintendo, and I love playing it from time to time. So, anyways, pick them two up. And the last thing I will show you is these right here, which are, what are they called? They are CED, which is Capacitance Electronic Disc System. This is not basically a laser disc, but kind of like a laser disc. I had to pick up the Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which is my favorite sci-fi horror film of all time. And this came in 2 packs because it's such a long movie. There's 2 of them. So you got part 1 and part 2. Bam. Loved it. Had to have it. I do not own a player, but that will go into my collection because I love that movie so much. I collect the VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, everything that ever comes out with, I try to collect. I have the 4K somewhere up here, you know, the 4K that opens up and it plays the music and everything. I just love that movie. My wife got me that a couple years ago. So that is all the movies. That is all the collection that I got recently. Not a ton, but definitely some good stuff. I'm definitely going to be rolling down the 80s, man. We're going to go down at Pearl with the War Games and Cloak and Dagger and Breakfast Club and all that stuff. It's going to be an 80s trip, man. I love it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give us a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and stay with us as we'll have some more content coming to you in the future. I do have a movie coming that didn't come right yet. I was going to add to it, and I'll go ahead and spoil it a little bit. Substance. Ordered the 4K like weeks ago, and it's just finally getting ready to come. But anyway, so we got some other cool stuff coming up. I'm going to do my wrestling collection. That is coming up. I'm going to go through my wrestling DVDs and Blu-ray collection, which is going to be a super long. It's going to be at least 1 to 2-parter because I've got a ton of them, and I don't know if I want to do all of them in one video. So I want to do that and run down my collection of wrestling videos, and these are the ones that came from, you know, WWE used to release these great documentaries like the best of WCW, stuff like that. So I'm going to do that. That'll be coming up really soon, maybe this weekend or something. We'll see what time permits. But anyways, that's coming up. So with that said, we're going to get off here. I would love if you'd listen to our podcast too, Land of the Creeps. It's called Land of the Creeps Podcast. You can go to landofthecreeps.blogspot.com. That is where we host it, but you can go get it on any of your podcast platforms. You can listen to us. Would really love to have you do that. We talk all horror. We get into comedy routines and all kinds of stuff. We're fun. We're a fun podcast. We're a family podcast for sure. We love each other. And so it's myself, Dr. Shock, Dave Becker, Bill Van Bagel. My wife, the Twisted Temptress, is on there most of the time. And then we also have what we call the LOTC Presents, which is every other Friday, which we have Black Glove Mysteries, where myself and Ian Urza, we talk Italian giallo or Italian cinema. And then every Tuesday is our big show, right? And then we also have Mortis Vision. Mortis Vision with the Mortises, which is myself and my wife, and we talk TV horror, TV series, and there's randomness. So I would love for you to check us out. Yeah, we chit chat sometimes. We just have a good time. So that's it. We're gonna get off here, man. It's Tuesday and we're ready to get done. So I hope you enjoyed this show. We're gonna see you on the flip side. And we always like to say, help keep horror alive. We do that one movie at a time, one review at a time. Till next time, peace.